The late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to Bitcoin Daily Show. Almost every day we do the Bitcoin show because we gotta know what's happening, in the morning with Bitcoin and stuff and Fantom and oil and gold and all of the shebang. How you guys doing? Doing good. I hope you're doing well. Right now it's not happening that much. Bitcoin was down like 3-4% for the day. Right now it's picking up a little bit towards the upside. We crossed important levels of support on the downside, but it's still all good and nice. Martin is in the chat. Martin, how you doing, man? Like the video before. It's cool, guys. Listen to Olivia, guys. Listen to Olivia. Gas price is high over there. Ireland, I won't know. I'm not in Ireland. Here's to my downfall, dancing monkey. Dancing guy. Nice, man. Hurry up, late up to this pre-game show is boring. No, this is the best part of the show. The pre-game is the best part. That's when you make the coffee. That's when you sit down. That's when you read the news with nice music in the background. And when you're done with that, the show starts. Spanked it. Nice. Nice to see morning live streams are back. They're not back. I'm just doing it because I got a little bit of time. Right now I have to go and do some apartment remodeling. That's not going that well. So we're gonna do this quick and easy, but we're gonna see what's actually happening with Bitcoin. So today we're gonna do the show. I don't know that there are about any news that are very significant. I know that Russia said something about 11th March something big is happening. I think they are going off the grid when it comes to internet or something like that. So that might I don't know how that's gonna affect the markets or anything like that. So we're gonna see that. I hope you're doing all well. Let's see what's happening on the charts right now. As you everybody know, the big downtrend is broken. This has been one move, two move, maybe even third move on the downside. We are still holding this support, bottom support down here on Bitcoin, and everything is technically fine. Everything technically is fine. Depends on where you want to draw this. You can see here even this move on the downside only came down to support, so we are still not below the support. Even though we've been down like 3% for the day, we still haven't broken the support. Now this upper line might be drawn as some kind of ascending triangle over here. Ascending triangle over here, or there is another way to draw this, something like this down here. So you can see it might be either ascending triangle or or a symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical triangle or ascending triangle. I don't know what spanks your monkey, what you like better, but those are the two options that we have here on the chart right now. Just remove the moving averages a little bit so you can see this better. And the tech right now, it doesn't look all that well. But it doesn't look all that. It's like it's not terrible. It's not good, but it's not terrible, but it's not good. It's good. It's okay. It's okay. I think it's okay. So what I'm looking and yesterday we had a big move on the downside. Let's zoom in a little bit on the chart up here. So what you're gonna see here is these three moving averages, 10, 20 and 50 moving average. We came right above them and then smacked right below them back down again. This is called a rejection. So over here, if we stay below these moving averages, we might see I would assume that this might continue on the downside because this is a rejection of the moving averages. So there is a big resistance up here between the 10 moving average and the 50 moving average. We crossed that on the upside. There is bullishness, of course, but unfortunately right back down again, showing bearishness in the price, and this is called a rejection. Now these two candles up here, that's a rejection of the resistance, and we are down. But like we said, we are still on the bottom support down here, and until we actually break this on the downside, there is no problem. Not even that. We can still break this on the downside and continue like this, and everything will still be fine. This is the big line to break, of course. This is the we are dumping to at least I would assume. Once we start breaking this line, now it's a very steep line on the downside. It's very steep trend line on the downside, and when we start breaking this on downside, we might be seeing some low levels down here at 32 or something like that. But if we're gonna dump down to some kind of 20,000, well, I think we need to re-break this trend line down here, and right now it does not look like that might happen. We also been looking at yesterday at the Bitcoin miner price and when the capitulation is gonna come and stuff like that, right? It's around 34,000, so around here, right? Below down here, it's Bitcoin miners capitulation, and what it did happen every time before. In 2018, that happened in 2000 and 2021, I think, just before the bull run happened, and you know these Bitcoin miners capitulation, they do happen. So whether we're gonna have this capitulation or not depends. You know, everything depends also, you know, how the war and the economic sanctions of Russia is gonna affect the Bitcoin price. As you see, you know, the wheat and the gold and oil and everything else is going towards the upside. You know, everything is getting more expensive. The question is, will this continue? Will this continue? So this is most important. So we can technically, looking at this, you cannot do anything with this, right? We cannot do anything. We are just waiting right now. We are just waiting for a fulfillment of this triangle or ascending triangle. We need to see where this breaks. Okay, so right now we can make some kind of theories on this is maybe bullish or bearish and stuff like that. But you can see here that we are hugging the bottom part, right? We are hugging the bottom part and go up fast and then hugging the bottom part, up fast and hugging the bottom part, up fast and hugging the bottom part. So we are hugging the bottom part and we are not hugging the upper part up here, which tells me that it's a little bit bearish because of these hugging moves on the downside. So you're hugging you know, fast move towards the upside and then hug again on downside, fast move up and then hug, you know, hug. So right now the way I see it, if we fail to get back above these moving averages up here very soon, these moving averages, 10, 20, 50 moving averages right now will come pretty fast on the downside. We don't have much left. I think we have, you know, today's Friday, I think we have a couple of more days left to go up here, 2-3 days left. I think this is gonna happen before Monday. If we are to go towards downside, this is gonna happen before Monday, maybe even on the weekend. So next week we might see a down movement, you know, happening if we break the support line. On the other hand, if we for whatever reason, you know, get above these moving averages and start doing something like that, you know, above, you know, just below the resistance up here, on Monday we might see some kind of breakout towards the upside, right? That might be a very good move. So right now technically it's not a tradable, you know, it doesn't favor the trade up here. You know, you can go long up here, you cannot go short yet. You know, you need to break down here to go short, but right now it's more like, you know, taking, you know, shot at a long option here. But if this starts continuing on downside, it might just be, you know, a little bit bad. Short term down here, you can see here that we had some kind of a, you know, a range up here. We fell through the range, came down to the bottom. Right now back inside that range, you know, we need to climb, we need to show some, we need to get some kind of you know, bullishness back up here. And you know, I think only bullishness on the daily time frame is if we get above these moving averages up here at the top. So that's what I'm looking for right now. You know, this triangle might take a little, you know, a couple of more days to go. It might break today, but you know, I'm giving it a couple of more days to see how this actually gonna play out, because this is a huge consolidation pattern up here after a big down move. So this is a big down movement right now. We're going to consolidation. Now this consolidation, oftentimes if it's symmetrical triangle, it's continuation pattern that goes on the downside, but you know, oftentimes it can also reverse towards the upside. So that's what we're looking for right now. Also people are calling this some kind of double bottom. That might happen, it might happen, but you still need to get above you know, 44, 45 towards the upside to confirm that. So we are not quite yet there, but you know, we are taking whatever we can get, right? We are taking whatever we can get. Let's see some markets right now, how markets are doing, and let's go to the Dow Jones index over here, just see how this is actually playing out. So Dow Jones is already closed for the, it's not closed, it's one more day. This is the weekly, and it is getting a little bit overextended on the downside. Let's see down here on my indicator. Let's see if we are getting overextended on the downside. I haven't checked this out actually. So weekly time frame, yeah, weekly is getting a little bit extended. You can see here most you know it ranges between these lines up here, I think. Yes, 5-6% give or take. You can see that most of the trading, this is a weekly time frame for Dow Jones. You can see that most of the trading is between these two lines. So as soon as it starts getting into these areas up here, it starts getting oversold, right? Oversold. This bottom down here is oversold, and you might get a small moves towards the upside. You can see here, I mean, these you can get small moves towards the upside, but you know, it doesn't mean that, you know, this is done. But you can get small moves towards the upside. This is the Corona creation downside, very oversold levels. You can see all the way down here minus 40%. Of course, that pumped big time, and right now we are going down. We are a little bit oversold, so I would assume that next week maybe we might do a small move towards the upside, towards these moving averages, because you know, oftentimes you get some kind of pump. This can of course go a little bit on the downside. Let's see the daily. Daily got rejection. Is there any kind of divergence up here on the chart? Let's see that. Yeah, there is the divergence on the daily time frame up here. It's actually not like this. Let's see 2 days up here. Technically it might be, but also on the 2 daily it's holding this 200 moving average. So I don't know. I think maybe today we're gonna go see a little bit move towards the upside, a little bit green markets on Dow Jones and the, you know, stock market in general. Just because I think we are a little bit oversold on the weekly time frame. Let's see on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we are just kind of hugging this 10 moving average up here. So, you know, a small move towards the upside wouldn't hurt. But overall, long term, this is definitely in a downtrend right now, and we need to break this downtrend. And downtrend goes right now something like this over here. You can see, so you know, until we break this downtrend, we are technically in a downtrend, and you know, we should be looking for more downside. That means everything, all the companies, everything in the world, you know, is going a little bit towards downside. So this does not look that optimistic, right? When I say everything in the world, I don't mean gold or oil or wheat or something like that. We still haven't broken the downtrend up here. This is gold right now. Let's put it something like this. You can see that gold is still technically in an uptrend over here. This is on the daily time frame. It's first when you break the downtrend, uptrend, you get, you know, some kind of consolidation or something like that. But right now, you know, gold is still in an uptrend as well. And oil is also an option, although I've been seeing some news about the oil might be, you know, going on the way down, but we did cross up here. But you know, I would say if oil goes below something like 100 again or something like that, I think that might be, you know, done for this move towards upside, because I've seen people talking about, you know, 150 oil. This came to 139. You know, people are still talking about 150, and somebody even saying oil might go even as high as 300. On the other hand, I did read some, you know, hush news about, you know, what's going on in geopolitical atmosphere, and you know, there are some, you know, some deals being made, you know, to get oil from other places than Russia. So this might be a move towards downside if these deals go through, right? So if these deals go through, we might see, you know, crash on the oil after a while. Wheat though, let's go to check the wheat futures. What is this wheat futures? See, wheat is also on the way. It just exploded towards the upside too much, and it's a little bit having a little bit pullback on the downside. But I think, you know, that this pullback, we cannot say too much about this pull, because it's first pullback, so we technically don't have any kind of sense of where this trend line should be. Like this is the lowest they can enjoy it right now. So the wheat needs to get back down to some kind of 864. I don't know how interesting you guys are about wheat and gold and silver and you know, oil and stuff like that, but you know, just knowing what markets might do next, you know, it might be a little bit interesting. What is Dow Jones? So right now Dow Jones is definitely in a downtrend. Dow Jones definitely downtrend. One thing you guys do care about is DXY. DXY. Now we are always looking at DXY on the weekly time frame, so we're gonna continue looking at that. So this is deflation and this is inflation, and you can see here that the dollar, they are printing more dollars, but dollar is getting stronger. How is that possible, guys? How is that possible? They're printing more dollars, inflation is going through the roof, everything is getting more expensive, but dollar is also getting more expensive. So what gives, guys? What gives? What's up? What's up with this, huh? Let's see, currencies, yeah. So what gives, guys? What gives? Why are we having deflation? Why is dollar getting stronger? Why is dollar getting stronger while we are having inflation? Right, oh, inflation is 4%. Inflation is 4%, and you know, things are getting expensive, but dollar is not going down. Dollar is not going, and this is what you know, I have been predicting that it's gonna be deflation, right? Deflation of the market. But in deflation of the market, in deflationary crash, everything becomes you know, a lot less expensive. You know, everything becomes very, very cheap. Here is the other way around. Everything is getting more expensive, but dollar is also gaining in value, so everything is going up. So I don't know how this is actually working out, but you can see definitely on the chart that, you know, we are having deflation. Dollar is getting, you know, up here towards this resistance line. You can see the resistance line up here right now, hitting this resistance line. So are we gonna, you know, turn sharply towards downside? I don't quite know, but you know, a little bit extend from the moving average, so we might see some kind of move towards downside up here, like we always do when we get extensions, right? Move to downside. Now that we have hit this very important target around 100 bucks. This is actually almost on exactly 99.4 bucks on the XY. So what's up? What's up with the XY? Dollar is getting more expensive. Everything's getting more expensive. I think, you know, normal people are getting, you know, squeezed out of the market. Okay, guys, let's see the chat, how chat is doing. Spanked. Okay, let me just read the last comments. Total 2 below support isn't helping either. Good morning, mate. Good morning, Jew. How you doing? The Central player, what's up? Hoping it's going to tank 10 bucks. It's obvious, not rushing it. I mean, got something to say. Imagine if you load up on crude oil when it was free. Yeah, it was free at one point. It was free at one point, right? It went down to 0. It's fun to, but that was, you know, the physical delivery. So if you bought it at 0, you would have to actually accept the oil. So, you know, I hope you got a big, yeah, I hope you got a big enough, you know, loan. Dobro jutro. Dollar is threatening because it's safe haven in terrible economic time. That's exactly right, James. That's exactly right. If you go and look at the charts of 2008 financial market crash, let's see here. 2008 financial market, that's this 2018. Let's go this weekly time frame. 17, 18 up here somewhere. You can see here this move towards the upside. This move towards the upside, you know, dollar gained a lot of value. Then we had some kind of moves towards the downside when the economy started recovering, and you know, but this move towards the upside starting July 08, July 08, maybe March, between March and July 08. So let's see up here when the 2008 crash was. July and March. So up here, right? So up here started the big dump, right, on in the financial market 2008. And what happened to dollar? Dollar exploded towards the upside, right? Dollar did this move towards the upside, and the same thing is happening right now. Dollar is exploding towards the upside because people don't know what to do. You know, they're selling the stocks, they're selling everything, right? And the only thing they can know what to do is like, give me dollars. And right now dollars are rising in value, but it's not inflation, the fact that, you know, the dollar is losing value and we are getting more expensive things. You know, things are getting more expensive. Things are just getting more expensive because of this mess with, you know, the supply chain and stuff like that, right? They are not getting more expensive because we have, you know, weak dollar. The dollar is strong, even they're printing billions of it. But the problem is that, you know, everything else is getting expensive because nothing is working in the world. Nothing is working, right? Good morning, Mladen Petrov. How you doing? Over the long term, dollar will decline at a lower pace than other currencies. I don't know. The dollar is still the, you know, world currency, so it's I see it as a very unlikely to have some kind of hyperinflation like Zimbabwe dollars or something like that. Trillions, lol. Yeah. So we'll see. Any questions, guys? Anything you want? Let's check out Fantom. Somebody was very sad about Fantom. Yeah, Fantom is very sad indeed. Unfortunately, it just keeps on dumping on the downside. Let's see the overextensions on the Fantom right now. We have some kind of 33 down here. We have some kind of 24. Didn't go create lower lows. This is what we are expecting, some kind of low levels down here at minus 40% on the daily. Minus 40% on the daily would be very nice, you know, quick trade. on the Fantom. On the weekly time frame, this is getting lower and lower, which is telling me right now that Fantom might be into some kind of nice moves. I'm thinking like after Sunday, this might be, if this continues dumping over the weekend, you can see here that we are in some kind of very overextended levels, so we might get this relief pump on Fantom very soon towards the upside, because we are, you know, this is going almost parabolically towards downside. So it depends on how much this actually goes. You know, we might see some kind of, you know, big move on next week after Sunday, but I think they might want to close this candle over here, this weekly candle, you know, in deep red, and then on Monday pump it. So we're gonna continue following what's happening in Fantom down here. We're gonna continue following. How much is that? That's a pretty decent trade up here. I mean, if this actually happens, like 40%, something like that. Yeah, so this is a bleeding on the downside. Is there some kind of falling wedge up here? Nah, there is not. There's definitely some kind of trend up here. Let's do the trends up here on Fantom and see if this is actually going on. Yeah, there's definitely some kind of a downtrend down here. And this one, how are we gonna draw this one? Not something like this. It's actually broken on the downside right now, give or take, but I won't use this one. Maybe up here somewhere, right? Give or take, right? Maybe it's some kind of falling wedge up here. It is really, you know, a weird falling wedge, but you know, we take what we get. It does confirm these nice, it is nice, you know, support up here. So maybe it wants to pump right now. Maybe it wants to wake over the weekend. It is overextended, definitely, the way we look at it right now. KDI just did 26% towards the upside. Wow, this was pretty big move towards the upside. KDI did 25%. Wow, this is actually a legit move. Wow, did KDA just break the downtrend? What yesterday I said, like, oh no, it's looking like it's gonna break on the downside. I was said this looks bad, man. Look at this. Look like KDA doing 25% on the upside, guys. 25%. But on the weekly time frame, it just came up to the resistance. Daily, it looks like it's broken, right? Daily looks like it's broken, but on the weekly time frame, just resistance. Right now, 25%, some kind of bearish times. That's exit strategy right there. Yeah. That's the only thing that's why does KDA have any kind of news? KDA news, Kadena Twitter. Let's see if they have anything right now. March 4, 1 week. Extremely excited to announce Kadena token will be listed on Binance. Oh, Binance listing 1 hour ago. One hour ago, 2, 3, somebody knew. 4 hours ago, somebody knew about the listing, guys. Somebody knew. I be careful with Fantom though. Yeah, I'm careful about Fantom, but you know, I understand that, you know, nothing goes down to zero, you know, in one move. I just said, TLA, sir, Kadena is pumping. Yeah, it's pumping because it's getting listed on Binance. The news is pumping the price. So, you know, easiest short ever. Yeah, easiest short ever, definitely. So once it's on Binance, just, you know, market short this, you know, with 120x. It's gonna be legit. It's gonna be legit. I don't know. But you know, it looks like it's breaking the trend up here on 4 hourly as well. So it does look like a big pump. I mean, Binance news. Binance news is gonna pump anything, especially KDI. Eventually, it gets to Binance, you know. So. Trading begins today at 11:30. KDI trading payments will launch on BTC, BUSD, and USDT. So finally, they are gonna get some exit liquidity in the market. Oh man, they're gonna get exit liquidity. That's good for Kadena. So you know, now the founders can, you know, finally, you know, cash out. Nah, I'm just joking. I'm just joking, guys. But it is nice move. It is nice move, and you know, and you see, you know. Oftentimes you won't see any kind of news up here, you know, or down here or here. You always see it at the end of these moves, you know. Okay, now it's time to get the listing. Let's pump it, you know. So you can see it here. So how long this is gonna go towards the upside? That's the big question, right? Kadena right now is a little bit overextended. Let's see overextensions here on the 4 hourly time frame. Down here. Yeah, definitely overextend like MF. You know, these overextend levels are insane. you gotta go into the bull market back here at the very top where you can see these overextensions. So this is already overextended, as I am, you know what, this is extremely overextended on 4 hourly right now. It needs to consolidate up here, right, if it wants to make a move towards the upside. You can see here only to 200 moving average right now, hitting a resistance at 200 moving average. Can you check my protocol? Okay guys, that's it for today. I gotta go and remodel apartment. So, you know, thanks for checking out the Bitcoin Daily. Hit the like button if you haven't still hit the like button. Thanks for stopping by, you know, for Bitcoin Daily. Hope you enjoyed the time. Tomorrow maybe there is still some news. Tomorrow is Saturday, Sunday. I don't think we'll do Bitcoin Daily on Sunday and Saturday because, you know, kids are at home. I don't have that much time, you know, I want to do other stuff. But next Monday, I'm gonna try again do a Bitcoin Daily and try to keep this, you know, thing going on. Thanks, Tila. Have a good one. Thanks, Martin, for stopping by. I hope you checked out the Zilica in the chat. If it's you, I think it's the same guy. Martin, yeah, it's you. We can check out Zilica here as well. Later, Vinash. Let's see here, Zilica. Where is Zilica on the chat? Zilica minus 3%. Good night, Miko. Thanks, sir. Great info. So Zilica up here, you can see it has this, you know, you could say that this is some kind of down. Is this? No, I didn't see this before. Maybe it's some kind of, you know, maybe it's some kind of falling wedge that's happening here. So, you know, this falling wedge might break, but, you know, this resistance up here at 50 moving average, that's the most part, 0.44. Like, when I see this go up here, like, the downtrend is definitely over, right? You got a double bottom in this falling wedge, breaking out of the 50 moving average. You know, it might be good. It might be good, and it might do something like this and then continue towards the upside, right? But right now, still downtrend, How high can gas go until they figure out? So the thing about, you know, the Russia and, you know, and the, you know, oil problems and stuff like that. Yes, Russia has a lot of oil, but so do Saudis have a lot of oil, and, you know, Venezuela has a lot of oil, Iran has a lot of oil, you know, other nations, Norway has a lot of oil. So only thing they have to do right now is make new contracts, make new deals with other nations. As soon as it's set up, the oil price might continue going on the downside, the way I see it. So, you know, the fact that people are saying, oh, oil is gonna go through the roof, it's gonna go to 300, 500. Can it do that? Yeah, it can, but, you know, that's just gonna kind of help, you know, Russian economy. So I think they want to tank down the price of oil and gas, and only way to do that is to make deals with other nations. And once you make deal with other nations, you know, you crash the, you know, because right now they're trying to, you know, crash the Russian economy, and the only thing Russian economy has left is oil and natural gas. And once that's done, technically Russia is defeated economically, right? And the only way you can crash the, you know, oil and gas prices is by making deals with other nations that you previously didn't have deals with, and increasing the oil production, right, to bring the oil prices down. So I'm not very bullish on oil, because I know these things can, you know, they can just increase the production or decrease the production, and once that's done, you know, the oil flow will, you know, the oil will come down. Now I'm still bullish on gold and silver and stuff like that, but, you know, oil not so much, unfortunately. Wheat, I'm also bullish on wheat, because, you know, food and stuff like that, you know, you can produce it, but everybody's already producing what they can. So when you cut out, you know, all of the Russian and Ukrainian wheat production, and that's like 30% of the world production, it kind of tells you that, you know, food is gonna get increase. Food is gonna increase. We already paying $2.5 per liter. If this doubles, hell will break loose for sure. Question for Luna and Sol, Kadena is coming to destroy both of them. Maybe. Yeah, I know people are a little bit angry about oil, so I think they're gonna make deals with you know, countries they usually don't make deals with, just, you know, punish Russia. So I think that's gonna happen. I don't know, but, you know, it's geopolitics, so, you know, anything can happen. But definitely, the war is not going on just on the ground. The war is also economical war. It's also, you know, political. It's too much. It's too much. But I think oil prices will come down eventually, and I'm not that bullish on oil, unfortunately. So we'll see how this actually goes. Anyways, that's it for me, guys. Thanks. Bye bye. See ya tomorrow. Same time, same place as always. Ciao.